Say, man, hey, man, it's your boy Boost Fit checking in with another video. And I was just sitting here thinking about the time that I got the chicken pox from an inmate. If you don't know, I worked at the federal prison, I worked at the state prison, and I'm not working there anymore. But I get on here and talk about stuff that I went through when I was there, and I'll try to give tips to the new correctional officer. So today, I will be talking about how I got chicken pox, man. So it was just a typical day. The shift that I worked was 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I worked in the SHU. If you don't know what the SHU is, that's special housing unit. The guys are in there 23 hours in the cell and 1 hour for the rec. So 23 and 1, that's what they call it. You may hear that term, 23 and 1. And SHU is not easy, okay? And it's a lot of work down there in the SHU if you know anything about the SHU. So that particular day, I'm feeling good, and it's a typical day. So it's time for rec, right? So with rec, we go get the guys out of their cells and we take them to the rec yard. It's a certain amount of inmates in a certain cage, and it sounds bad when I say cage, but that's your rec area for an inmate. Okay, it's a certain amount of guys in there. You got your separatees, like certain people can be with certain people. Okay, so you can't mix certain things, and you have to keep them separated. You know, if it's about a gang or previous things that happen, and you can't be with a person, and I'll talk about that in another video. So this particular day, I go in there. We get this one guy. He was our orderly. In the rec, you do have orderlies out there that help you do certain things on the floor, and his name was Perez. I'll never forget Perez's name. His name was Perez, Hispanic guy. So we go get Perez. He's upbeat like he always is. He's laid back guy and just full of energy. Okay, so we go get Perez. Normally he don't go to rec. Now he's one of the orderlies, so he's always out anyway, walking around. He get a little bit more freedom than everybody else. So that particular day, Perez like, Officer Hall, I want to go to rec today. I'm like, man, Perez, you don't never go to rec. He was like, yeah, I want to go to rec today. Get my workout in or whatnot. So I'm like, all right, Perez, we got you. And then we flip his card to let everybody know that he's going to rec. So we go pull Perez out. It was me, of course, escorting Perez. All right, we have to cuff them and everything, and we escort them out, and we put them on the rec yard. So we put Perez out there, and I go back in to get another inmate. So when we come back out, of course they can take their shirts off, and that's what they do. They take their shirts off and they work out or whatever. So Perez took his shirt off, and we come back out there, and we look at Perez, and the man looking like a Dalmatian out there, just full of spots, but they was red, like red spots on him. I'm like, Perez, what the hell wrong with you, buddy? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm like, do y'all think that's what I'm thinking it is? And we just talking about it. We like, man, that look like chicken pox. And so everybody like, man, yeah, that look like chicken pox. Okay, and right then and there, I'm like, man, I don't even know if I ever had chicken pox when I was a kid. And I'm like, man, I escorted him, but I'm like, man, I didn't really touch him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really think I had got chicken pox, because I really, I'm just touching I touched him, his hands or whatever, to cuff him up and stuff like that. So technically, then I touched his arm to escort him. So yeah, I did touch him. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing on his arms. Like, I didn't see nothing on his arms. Everything was on his back. So you can look at it, you can think it's like, pimples or something. Like, you could think it's everything but chicken pox, okay? And I'm like, man, there ain't no chicken pox. So then we had to get medical involved, and take Perez to keep him isolated. First of all, we had to keep him out there, keep him away from all the other inmates or whatever. And so I'm going through the day. I'm like, man, I ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't got no chicken pox. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know if I had chicken pox when I was a kid. So we kept Perez isolated, then got him to medical or whatnot. And by that time, I had went home. So I go home, and later on that night, I started, I started feeling funny. Okay. And when you're older and get chicken pox, this is what I found out. When you're older and get chicken pox, it's worse. Okay, because it can lead to something else. So I'm calling my mom when I got out of work, like, Mom, have I ever had chicken pox? She was like, no. She like, you never had chickenpox. I'm like, oh my goodness. Don't tell me that I never had chickenpox, because once you get it the first time, you don't normally get it again, from what I was told. And she was like, no, you never had chickenpox. I'm like, oh my goodness. She like, why? I'm like, man, I just escorted the inmate and I think he got chickenpox. And I'm like, man, I might have chickenpox. So, like I said, that night I started feeling funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happened that fast. So by the morning, I woke up, man, I was feeling so bad, and I had broke out. I broke out that next day. Like, it was bad. Like, I had like all over my face, man, and all over my body, man. I had broke out real, real bad, man. And that was confirmed that I had the freaking chickenpox. Okay. And of course I called in to work and told them, I'm not going to be able to come in, and to let everybody know that I had chickenpox and I got it from Perez. And everybody knew that we had isolated Perez, and everybody else now, some of them, a lot of them already had chickenpox, so they were just trying to get some time off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go through safety and all that stuff. Like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I told them I think I got chickenpox. You know what I'm saying? And of course I had broke out or whatever, and I didn't feel too good. Like, I was sick. Like, I was really, really sick. Like, to the point of where I thought I had like the flu or something, because I didn't know anything about the chickenpox. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know you actually get sick. I thought you just get the breakout and that's it. It lasts for however long it's gonna last, and then it go away. But I didn't know you actually get sick, man. I was so sick, man. I ended up having to go to the hospital, man. So my wife, thank God for her. She took care of me, and she got me to the hospital that day, that evening, I think. She got me to the hospital. I went in there. They had to give me IV and everything, man. Like, that was my first time getting an IV, and I got IV, and they had to shake me back because I was like low on energy. I was sick, just weak, fever and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like flu-like symptoms. You know what I'm saying? And my wife took me to, I think I didn't go. I think I went to the emergency room or urgent care. Somewhere I went. I can't even remember, but I go in there, I tell them what's going on, and they put me on the IV, and got some fluids back into my body, and it kind of shook me back because I was real weak. You know what I'm saying? And they did that, and that helped me out, and I still had the chickenpox. So of course they told me what to do. They gave me some medicine or whatever, and I had to use the calamine lotion, whatever the pink stuff called. Your boy been there looking like a pink panther and a pink Dalmatian, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to put all this stuff on me, and then once it started to heal, of course it was itching, and it was like, oh, don't scratch it, don't scratch it. I'm like, man, hell no, man, this stuff itching too bad. Okay, and I went through that, and I was out for work for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Not a minute, but I can't remember how long, but I would say a couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or something like that. Maybe a month. I can't even remember. But I was out work for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time I'm thinking, man, Perez got me with the okadoke, the buffalo, and the shimmy dumaka. Okay, so I heal up or whatever, and I go back to work, and guess who I see? Freaking Perez. He's still there. But he didn't have chickenpox anymore. He did the same thing. He had to be isolated the whole time too. So he was isolated just like I was isolated, and that was just what it was, man. And that was like the worst experience of my life right there. I never felt anything like that, man. I was sick as a dog, like we used to say. And yeah, man, that was the time I got chickenpox. Just wanted to stop by and tell you guys that, man. Ciao.